joints right here, man, that you play when you feeling down on your isn't right. Play this shit right here and resuscitate your pimping and get you right back on your mission, right? For you hoes, this that shit you play when you ain't feeling like super hoe today. Play this shit right here and to spark up your hoeing and get you right back going, you dig? Dig this. Pimps for real, don't mistake it for fashion. The turf that birthed my reputation for mashing was the track with active, attractive hoes. Professional goers that attract the dough. Like magnets to metal, never settle. We scorching them fag bitches pedal for them portions. My whores win it all. Not the ones on the sideline wishing but didn't ball in the guidelines. My bitches did it all. Down 7 below in the snow for dough. Over 120 in the sun for fun. They mash for hours, hooker baths, not showers. Bright and early, down and dirty for the cash and power. They gotta get the cash, the towers, and reach it all to a pimp. In my position, I'm all but exempt. These bras not wimps, I'm like them renegade bitches. BFFs with tricks but never getting paid riches. Grenade bitches, they dynamite, blowing up on the pimpin' and missing when the time is right. But when they life gets strife, they see pimpin' shining bright, but they action is life without. Bitch, one strike you out. Can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga. See, that's the difference, nigga. The pimpin' mashing for these riches, nigga. Nothing like you master magician niggas. Smoking mirrors with your game, hella extras to reflect the opposite appearance of a lame. Bitches coming from y'all, I can't rock with those. Tender-footed and rooted in them doctor shows. Soft shoe rituals, minute residuals. Papers on life support, your loots and critical. Something I learned about when running my earned route and working with turnouts is murdering burnouts. Cause knocking one of you niggas for a scarred bitch, that's knocking one of you niggas for some garbage. I'm heartless regardless, empty with sympathy, but banked up to the max with pimpathy. No remedy for me, I'm like this. My life is vice grip, synced in permanent ink. You can't rewrite this. My blood type is P positive, beautifully deposited with a lot of it. I'm popping this shit, and when I pop it so hard I make a trapping ass bad bitch wanna hoe hard. Can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga. Come on, pimpin', man, pop that shit. Show these sucker niggas they can't stop that shit. Let these hookers know if they wanna cop that shit. Treat the bag like it's hot, bitch, and drop that shit. And to you hoes, if you ever took a loss, bitch, show these bitches how to bounce back like a boss, bitch. Let them know that the best way to floss, bitch, is reach that paper to some pimpin' hoe and toss it. Can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga. Joints right here, man, that you play when you feeling down on your isn't right. Play this shit right here and resuscitate your pimping and get you right back on your mission, right? For you hoes, this that shit you play when you ain't feeling like super hoe today. Play this shit right here and to spark up your hoeing and get you right back going, you dig? Dig this. Pimps for real, don't mistake it for fashion. The turf that birthed my reputation for mashing was the track with active, attractive hoes. Professional goers that attract the dough. Like magnets to metal, never settle. We scorching them fag bitches pedal for them portions. My whores win it all. Not the ones on the sideline wishing but didn't ball in the guidelines. My bitches did it all. Down 7 below in the snow for dough. Over 120 in the sun for. All right, here we go. Hold on a second. All right, that's a little better. Y'all already know what to do, man. Wipe your feet off at the door when you step into a pimp's domain. Hit that like button, that thing that look like that. You dig? Hold on. Yeah. Okay, now we live on IG. And we live on YT. You dig? You see something real quick, man. Y'all already know. Wipe your feet off at the door when you step into a pimp's domain. Hit that like button, man. Let me just do a few things real quick before we get into this game. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and tapping in. Okay. Now. Hold on. Okay. All right. Once again, man, wipe your feet off at the door when you step into a pimp's domain. Hit that like button. And y'all already know, freeze is first order of business. I got to hydrate my game one time. Put some of this good old love in my body. Spring love. Hold on. Because this shit is glitching. Let me fix something real quick. I need this shit to be on point. You dig? Get some things right before we get into this game. See, I'm trying to make sure that my visual is on point, man. It should be glitching sometimes. Y'all know a pimp is still figuring this shit out, man, getting this shit together. But we gonna get it together one way or another. Okay, hold on. Do this also. I'm trying to make sure it ain't too many things running at one time, because that might be the reason why my shit be glitching. I see it's still glitching, man. Let's see, I've done everything I could do. God damn, this shit tripping. All right, man. Let's just get into this game, man. If it get to glitching, it get to glitching. It's all good. As long as y'all can hear a pimp and see a pimp, it's all good. Yeah, man. You know, this is a message for certain young ladies in the game right now. You know me, I don't really like giving game to people to whom it's gonna fall on deaf ears, right? When I give information, when I give inspiration, I like to give it to people, you know, that's gonna take something and do something with it. People that are gonna appreciate it, right? Now, of course, it's gonna fall on some deaf ears. It's gonna fall on some ears that don't care to hear what a pimp got to say. But you know, it might be some triggering things being said right now, but don't take it personal. You know, take it as constructive criticism, because if you identify it as that, it can be that, and it can help you be better in the game, and you know, help you be better to those people around you that, you know, it would be a beautiful thing if you were better to them, right? So, you know, as the title says, it's not all about you. And this is pertaining to the type of young ladies in the game that just have a difficult time adapting to a pimp's program, a difficult time accepting the game fully and totally for what it is, right? You know, them type of ladies that, you know, they just can't see past themselves, right? And as I say all the time, how you see is how you're going to be. If you see small, you're going to be small, right? And it's so sad because you have certain chicks that have such great potential about themselves. They could do such beautiful things, such great things in the game, but they just think too damn small. They can't get past themselves, and they have the wrong outlook on the game, right? You know, like for instance, right? You have some chicks who, you know, obviously they have problems with wifeys. They have a problem with their folks having other women in their in his life besides themselves. They have a problem sharing a man, right? And you know, it's several different things that fuel. Well, actually, it's a lot of different things that fuel this type of mentality and outlook in a chick, right? One of those things might be that, especially for chicks who've been there and they start getting new wifeys, and you know, they came into the picture. Either they came into the picture as, you know, they didn't get introduced to their wifeys right away, or they might have been the first one down and they got wifeys coming in behind them, right? They have the type of outlook like, well, damn, you know, these are some more people that we gonna have to take care of. It sounds crazy, but you got chicks out there that really think it and see things this way and talk like this, right? But they look at wifeys as a burden. They look at wifeys as like, damn, you know, the things that I want to do with the money that's being made, the goals that I have are going to be delayed or slowed down. They're going to be put on the back burner because now we got these other people in the mix, right? You know, that's the most ridiculous outlook to have as a 304 in the game with wifeys. It's ridiculous, but you still have young ladies out there who see things this way, that's why we talking about it, right? We wouldn't be talking about it if it wasn't a reality, but trust me, it's a reality. It's some pimping out there that's dealing with this right now. You know what I mean? You got a chick in your household, you know, she beautiful, she's smart, she's ambitious, but she's selfish. You know, she got wifeys around and she can't appreciate the wifeys and build with the wifeys because she looking at things through the wrong, she looking at the game through the wrong lenses. She thinking like, damn, you know, I wanted to get my teeth done, but now that's gonna be delayed because I got these wifeys around. Or I wanted to get my body done, but that's gonna be delayed because I got these wifeys around. I wanted to, you know, get my own place, or I wanted to get a car, or, you know, whatever it is that they wanted to get, they think their goal is about to be slowed down because they got wifeys. And it's like, how are you gonna get that? How are you gonna get your teeth done? See, this is what chicks don't think about, right? How are you gonna get your teeth done? How are you gonna get your body done? How are you going to get this car, this crib, whatever it is that you want? How was you gonna get that? It was gonna come out your ass, right? So now you have multiple asses for the cash to come out of. So, you know, if everybody is doing their job and handling their business, then you really should understand that you're going to reach your goal a whole lot faster. Right? Because while you making money, what you think they doing? I'm talking about if you messing with some pimping now. Now you got dudes that do count heads and don't count bread. Right? You do have them type of situations, but we talking about some pimping though, right? And if you're in a situation where he counting heads and he ain't counting bread and he ain't doing no pimping, the beautiful thing about the game is that you can always go choose somebody else that is actually doing some pimping, right? You don't have to be bound to that individual that's not doing no pimping. Go choose some pimping, right? So we talking about people that's actually doing some pimping. And if you have somebody that's pimping on everybody in this household, including yourself, then while you getting money, they getting money. Everybody getting money, right? And see, when you look at things, like I said, through the right lenses, man, hold on. Okay, yeah, but like I said, man, as a young lady, right, if you're looking at things through the right lenses, then you're going to see your wifeys as an asset more so than a liability. See, when you selfish, your wifeys is going to be a liability to you. How you see is how you're going to be. So if you see them as liabilities, then really you're going to be the liability. They not going to be the liability. See, it's unfortunate that chicks see things this way, right? Because you could have a household where everybody else in the mix is surrendering themselves to the pimping. Everybody else in the mix gets along with each other. Everybody else in the mix is there for each other, got love and appreciation for each other. You know, they have each other's best interests at heart. You know, it's just a beautiful thing when wifeys want to see the best for their wifey. Right? You know, just little shit like, you know, when it's a wifey's birthday, right? How the other wifeys, they come together and they start making plans for their wifey's birthday. You know what I mean? And they all do that for each other whenever their birthdays come around. You know what I mean? Or, you know, if Pimping got a goal, you know, he want to reward the wifey with something. You know, all the other wifeys is involved in the planning, this involved in rewarding that one wifey with whether it be a car or a house or whatever the case may be. If Pimping is blessing her with a crib, you know, the wifeys is involved helping, you know, they paying attention. They know what they wifey like. They know what her taste is. They know what her flavor is. So they gonna help decorate the shit the right way. You know what I mean? And she gonna be surprised with this shit. You know, it's a beautiful thing when wifeys come together like that, right? You know, or, you know, and that's another thing too that that hoes with wifeys understand, that everybody get a turn. Everybody gonna be blessed, you know? And it's a there's no favoritism going on. You know, it's not a one-sided type of thing. It's not a one-dimensional thing where only, you know, this 1 3 0 4 in the household gets blessed this way, that way, and the third. No, as long as everybody playing their role and everybody is showing up and showing out and applying themselves to the best of their ability, and, you know, being diplomatic about everything, having consideration for everybody in the household, everybody is going to be rewarded equally. You dig? But, you know, you got certain chicks, man, that just don't understand this shit. And this is why I say, man, you know, for the pimping, right? It's imperative that you dig deep when you dealing with these ladies, right? It's imperative that you take time to really understand them to a T as deeply as you possibly can, and know as much about their history as you possibly can, right? Because like I've said before, you got different types of chicks, man. You know, you got some chicks that just was never team players from the gate. They never knew how to be a team player, right? And then on top of that, they might have had parents or guardians or whatever the case may be that fueled and encouraged their selfishness, right? You know, like I remember being a kid, man, and going over certain cousin's house, and you know, the cousin don't want to share their toys with the rest of us. You know, no, you know, it might be a toy that the cousin ain't touched in, you know, 3-4 months. In a childhood, you know, to a child, 3-4 months is like 3-4 years, right? But they ain't touched this toy in months. But then I come along and try to, you know, play with the toy, grab the G.I. Joe or the Hot Wheels or whatever it is, and then the cousin come over there and take it from me like, that's mine. You know, if they don't have a parent or a guardian that's gonna check them about that, like, nah, this your cousin, you know, you gotta share, you know, y'all gotta share with each other. When you go over his house, he gonna share with you just like you gonna share with him while he's at your house, right? You know, it take for an adult to, you know, instill that in a child at an early age, right? And this is why it's beautiful also for children to be involved in extracurricular activities, sports, you know, whatever sport it may be, or, you know, Boy Scouts or Girl Scouts, or whatever the case may be, just some type of group activity, understanding how to work together, right? And then even in school, like even if you ain't involved in no extracurricular activities, you know, when you in school, they have different, you know, certain classes like science class, you know, they might have a project where, you know, the project involves group activity. So, you know, people in the class might split up into groups. It might be 5, 6, 7 different groups of people in the class that come together and, you know, take on this project. So, you know, it's them type of early activities that teach people how to work in groups and not be selfish and, you know, be considerate of other people besides just themselves. And, you know, the fact of the matter is you got a lot of chicks that don't know nothing about that. You know, they was that selfish kid that when you go to their house and try to play with their toys, they snatch the toys from you that they wasn't even thinking about that you was trying to play with, but they didn't have somebody there to check them. You know, their mama let them be like that. Probably because the mama is like that as an adult with her grown ass. You know, she never was checked, and now it's just a lineage of, you know, female after female that's raising one and raising the next and raising the next, and they ain't nobody getting checked. So here it is. You got this this fledgling monster being raised into a grown ass monster, and, you know, trying to come into the game and want all the benefits, want to reap all the rewards of the game, but want to bird feed the game. See, you can't bird feed the game with your efforts. You can't bird feed the game with your dedication. You can't bird feed the game with your intentions. You can't bird feed the game in no type of way. You got to give the game your all if you expect and would like for the game to give you its all. If you would like to get everything that you're supposed to out of the game, you got to give the game everything you're supposed to give it. And, sadly, unfortunately, man, a lot of chicks just don't understand this type of shit. So, hold on. Okay. Now, man. Hey, listen, man, it's 89 people in attendance on YouTube right now. Only 57 of y'all done wiped your feet off at the door when you stepped into a pimp's domain. Do me a favor, hit that like button, man. That thing that look like this, go ahead and hit that joint one time, man. It don't cost you nothing. Like I say, man, how you see is how you gonna be. And in this game, in order to be big, you gotta see big. And a part of seeing big is expanding your perspective, right? Because if your perspective is like this, then you only gonna be able to see what's within this box. It's a whole world of other shit outside this box that you can't see because your vision is right here. And pimping is like doing his best to expand your vision so that you can see bigger and understand it's more out there for you. This small shit that you just so wrapped up in, this small shit that you want so bad, you can have that and so much more if you just think bigger, right? And see, it's just so many bad thoughts, and thoughts affect behavior. It's so many bad thoughts that affect bad behavior when a chick is just selfish, right? Because you just start doing things that's just ridiculous in spite of the game, in spite of your folks, and even in spite of yourself, right? And see, that's another beautiful thing about having the right understanding and, being diplomatic, being a team player, when you have wifeys, because, y'all all keep each other on point. It's not a competition thing, right? There's a difference between competition and worthy rivals. See, when you're in competition with somebody, you're competing with that individual. And when you're in competition, it's about winning. It's about you winning and whoever you in competition with losing, right? That's competition. But when you have somebody that's a worthy rival, both of you can win. Or if it's multiple, however many of it is, everybody can win. When you have worthy rivals as opposed to competition or competitors. When you have worthy rivals, everybody can win. And the beautiful thing about worthy rivals is that you inspire each other, right? It's just like, you might have a worthy rival on your team. You might play sports and, you got a worthy rival on your team. Like, Shaq and Kobe, they might have been worthy rivals when they both was playing for the Lakers, but they playing for the same team though. And as worthy rivals, they might push each other to be better, right? They might push each other to limits that they don't push themselves to, right? When you got that worthy rival over there and you like, damn, he just dropped this many points last night. Shit, I'm finna drop double that tomorrow night or the next game. You did? That's what a worthy rival is going to do. A worthy rival is going to push you to be better, right? So in a household of wifeys, that y'all gonna be worthy rivals of each other and push each other to be greater, right? Now everybody run their household different. Me myself, I don't allow or condone wifeys to compare numbers to each other. You know, you keep your numbers to yourself. However much you made, you keep that to yourself, right? Unless it's just like a ridiculous lick that, like, you know, if it's a major lick being hit or something like that, that's kind of hard to conceal. Right? And, you know, that can be an inspiration. But just, you know, on a daily, nightly basis, wifey's discussing how much each other made and shit like that. You discuss that with your folks and you leave it at that, right? Because, you know, you just making room for resentment and bitterness towards each other, just, you know, ill feelings one way or another. When you know, when you keeping each other in tune with your numbers on a nightly basis, because everybody is different. You might have this chick, she's consistently out trapping this other chick, and they on a nightly basis letting each other know what they making, you know, and one might out trap the other sometimes, but it's more so a case where this one usually out traps that one, or these ones out trap this one, or whatever the case may be, right? It just sets up, it just makes room for, you know, a lot of confusion and bad energy. So, you know, me myself, I don't get into that, right? But as we know, there's other things that factor into 304 besides just the money, right? And these other things that factor into 304 that affect how great a 304 is going to be or not, you know, all of that ultimately affects the performance, the monetary performance, the money, right? So, you know, a wifey might be down with her wifey and she might overhear the way her wifey talk to a trick. She might overhear certain things that she's saying, you know, and she might say to herself, like, damn, I need to step my conversation up. And she start letting her creative juices flow, and she start thinking of things that she could say to a trick, you know, this better than what she was saying before, right? Or it's just like with me and Sinful, right? When me and Sinful used to campaign with each other all the time, man, we were worthy rivals of each other. You know, if we in a car on the blade, getting at ladies on the blade, you know, when he say something out his window, I'm sitting there thinking of something that I'm gonna say out of my window that's better than what he's saying, and vice versa. He might hear me say something out my window and he thinking to himself like, you know, I'm about to say something colder than that. So it's not a competition thing, because it's not like he's trying to beat me or I'm trying to beat him. No, we both can win. You know, we both could sit up here and knock somebody tonight. We both could come up, right? So that's the difference between worthy rivals and competition, right? And that's what wifeys understand about each other. You know, we all worthy rivals of each other, and we all gonna win. You know, we all bringing the victory back to the same location, and yeah. With that being said, we all gonna win. We ain't in competition with each other. But a selfish chick that's thinking small, she thinking her wifey's are competition with her. And it's not that. You know, if you thinking that your wifey's are competition or in competition with you, then you think it too small. Right? And, you know, again, you have certain households where, you know, unfortunately, or I don't know, I can't say unfortunately, because it might work for them. You know, it don't work for me, but you have certain households that bring the spirit of competition amongst each other, right? You got certain peeves that might bring the spirit of competition amongst they folks and don't understand the difference between competition, competitors, and worthy rivals, right? So they might say, you know, they might stir up, you know, little stuff between they peoples, you know. But like I said, that type of stuff, it builds resentment between each other. They start feeling some type of way towards each other, you know. But when everybody knows that all they need to know is that they trapping, everybody is building, nobody is dead weight, Everybody is bringing something in at the end of the night and handing it over to the same individual. You know, as long as that's as far as it goes, um, man, you know, wifeys could get along beautifully with each other, right? You know, because it's like it's a family affair. It's family, and you know, wifeys understand that they family to each other. You know, and like I said, when chicks think small, see, it'd be crazy, right? It's so many things that, like I said, those bad thoughts influence bad behavior. Now, you got chicks that got wifeys, right? And this one chick, she see her wifeys as competition. She see her wifeys as, you know, her having wifeys means that she's gonna be deprived of something one way or another, right? She might be deprived of the attention that she wants from her folks. She might be deprived of, you know, certain rewards that she thinks she's supposed to have. She might be deprived of certain privileges that she thinks she's supposed to have over her wifeys. You know, these are the thoughts of a chick that's thinking small in the household, right? And while all of this is going on, she's separating herself. She's isolating herself socially from her wifeys, right? Now, her wifeys, they all over there getting along. You know, they have fun together. They have good conversations with each other. They do things together. You know, they get along beautifully. But then you got this one over here that's isolating herself because she don't see them the way that she's supposed to see them, right? But guess what, though? Like I say all the time, us as human beings, we social creatures by nature. So this chick, she's going to be envious of that. Instead of being a part of that, you know, the camaraderie that her wifeys have with each other, instead of being a part of that, she's going to be envious of that. So she's going to seek it from somewhere else, right? And this is why you have chicks doing weird shit like being on a blade and being cooler with chicks outside her household, her HPs, her 304 partners, being cooler with her HPs than she is with her own wifeys, right? You see her hanging out, spending time, chopping it up, having conversations with other chicks outside her household more than she is her wifeys. You know, when they be down, her wifeys is all cool with each other. They keeping each other up to speed. They letting each other know what's going on out there. You know what I mean? They keeping each other motivated, encouraged, all that shit. But you got this one wifey over here that is hanging out with these other chicks, and some of them might be renegades. Some of them is messing with boyfriends. And you can just imagine the type of energy that's being fed to her, the type of conversations that's being fed to her, the type of thoughts, the type of influence that's being impressed upon her by these chicks outside her household, right? You know, this is why the pimping, you know, strongly discourages socializing, because, you know, the influences and the energy that's being fed to his peoples outside his household is most likely contrary to the household, you know? Like me, for instance, right? Just imagine somebody like me, you know, let me just paint a picture for you, right? Freeze is healthy. Freeze don't eat certain things. Freeze goes to the gym and works out, eat healthy, don't smoke, don't drink, don't do drugs. So naturally, the people in Freeze's household are going to be the same, right? You know, it's multiple ladies in the household. Everybody's on one accord. Everybody works out every day. Everybody eats healthy every day. Nobody drinks. Nobody smokes. Nobody does drugs. You know, so because we all on the same page with each other, you know, we see eye to eye and we get along better, right? But when you go outside, the majority of the people that you run into out there, you know, other ladies in the game, you know, the other chicks that you see down out there, 9 times out of 10, they come from a different type of household, a household that's contrary to that. You know, they passing blunts between each other every day. They spending big money on weed every day. They eating bullshit food every day. Nobody in the house has a gym membership. They not working out. You know, and it's not a knock to them. It's not a diss to them. It's just different. So, you know, you really don't have no business, you know, being cool with people like that, especially cooler with those types of people than your wifeys. You know, your wifeys are more relatable to you, but you just don't like the fact that y'all got to share a man that you don't want to share with them, right? But you're not thinking about the fact like, damn, if I didn't have a problem with them sharing the same folks with me, you know, other than me having that problem with them, you know, we got a lot in common. You know, we live the same lifestyle. You know, we appreciate a lot of the same things. We are not attracted to and you know, have the same distaste for a lot of the same things. You know, we got the same interests. We moving in the same direction at the same pace. You know, my wifeys are cool. This is how you would think a chick, a part of a household like that would think. But like I said, because the chick is thinking small, she see her wifeys as competition as opposed to worthy rivals. You know, and she's envious of how well they get along with each other. And instead of getting along with them and being a part of that, you know, she's going to stay envious and isolated from that. And then, you know, she's going to seek that camaraderie outside the household. So just think about it, right? You got a chick in a household, she don't get along with her wifeys. And she's seeking that camaraderie outside. Other chicks she run into, she start being cooler with them. She talk with them more. She pours her heart out to them. You know, whatever issue she going through, however she feeling, she shares it with them, right? But these are people that, like, you know, these are people that she really can't relate to. Like I said, they smoking, drinking, getting high. You know, they folks let them, you know, be outside looking a fool. You know, making the game look bad in a whole bunch of different ways. And, you know, you are what you eat. So if you feeding yourself this type of company as a lady in the game, you know, it's going to have an impact on you. It's going to influence your behavior. So next thing you know, you got this chick that come from this healthy household where everybody is healthy and taking care of themselves a certain type of way. She hanging out with these chicks over here, and she start doing things that these chicks over here is doing. You know, this chick over here, her folks don't trip about her, you know, smoking backwoods on the blade. You know, this other chick over here, her folks don't trip about her, you know, having a shot or two while she on the blade. You know what I mean? On display at that in front of everybody. You know, he ain't really tripping on that. So she hanging out with these chicks all the time as opposed to her wifeys that she's more relatable to. She hanging out with these chicks that she can't really relate to, but they just comfortable. You know? And she started doing the things that they doing. She smoking with them. She drinking with them. Now she making the game look bad. She making the household look bad. She making herself look bad. Everything that she's representing, she's giving it a black eye. Right? And then not just that, but like I've said before, right? You know, adding to the black eye that a chick like this is giving to everything she stand for, right? When you see a chick moving around, like for instance me, right? If I got a lady down and I see like a little tag along broad following her around everywhere she go, like she on this corner, my game is on this corner and she over here with my game, then my game they move over here and she follows them over there, she following them. I'm gonna think that I got action at that chick. I'm gonna think that, you know, she's interested in being a part of my household because she following my peoples around. She got a liking to my people, so she probably got an interest in me too. That's how I'm gonna look at the shit. You know, or if I see my people's in the casino over here, and this chick is like tagging along with my people at this casino. Then later on in the night, I'm at the casino on the other side of the strip, and I see my game, and I see this same chick tagging along with my game at this other casino on the whole opposite side of the strip. I'm gonna think I got action. Like, this chick must be interested in being a part of my household. She following my peoples around. You know what I mean? That's how I'm gonna see that. Right? So, if you call yourself representing your folks, you want to do everything in your power to make the game look good. Right? So, when you got ladies that represent some strong pimping, right? This running a tight ship. And it's not easy to be a part of this household, right? You're going to do everything within your power to make the game look good, to make your household look good, and to make yourself look good, right? Yeah, so let me hydrate my game one more time, man. Hey, listen, man, it's 118 of y'all up in here, man, on the YouTube side. But only 102 of y'all wipe your feet off at the door when you step into a pimp's door, man. Come on, man. Hit that like button, man. Wipe your feet off at the door. P Wine, I see you. You a fool. And now, for anybody that it looks like it's lagging or glitching or anything like that, it's not your phone. It's I think it's my computer. It ain't even YouTube, and it's definitely not Instagram. It's just my it's either my phone or my laptop, one of them. I don't know which one is tripping like that, because the camera is my phone. The streaming is on my laptop. I'm streaming from my laptop. I got my phone connected to it, so I don't know if it's the laptop or the phone. One of them is tripping. So you got to excuse my pimping, man. Yeah, shout out to my loved one, P Wine, in the building, man. He one of the few people that I would actually go live with on YouTube. I mean, on Instagram, man. Cause IG they done got real sensitive, man. They already been sensitive for the longest time, but they've become even more sensitive, man, where you just don't have the liberty to, be yourself. Talk the way you want to talk, say what you want to say. YouTube is like that too now. YouTube be on some bullshit as far as like letting you talk how you want to talk and say what you want to say. But man, at least YouTube will let you rock. They'll just your money just won't be the same, or your reach won't be the same. But on IG, boy, they just gonna shut you down. You say the wrong thing on IG or do the wrong thing even slightly, IG gonna just shut you down, man. And I'm not feeling that, so yeah. Black Warrior Spirit says, I see your big freeze is it with that modern day technology pimping. Yeah, I'm doing my best to stay up to speed, man, but it's tripping, man. Oh, and before we get too far gone, preeminent game, good looking with the $50 holla. Blessings to Freeze in the game. If it's really for you, it just don't stop. Oh, it may get unnerving at times, but stay down for your blessings. Yeah, man. Like I say, good things. I say that all the time, man. Good things come to those who stay down. Good things come to those who stay down. Yeah, and I gotta say this too, man. While we on the subject of everything not being all about you being certain young ladies in the game, right? Hey, man, I got a bone to pick with a lot of you boyfriend ass dudes out there, man. I gotta talk my shit with you boyfriend ass guys out there, man. Did do a whole lot of boyfriend shit in the name of this pimping, man. Hey, y'all dudes ought to be ashamed of yourself, man. You know, uh, everything ain't pimping. Just because you got a chick, busting that thing open, catching dates and handing it over to you, that don't mean that you pimping. Just because you got multiple chicks busting it open and handing it to you, man, that don't mean that you pimping. Hey, listen, it's a lot of things that, people do in the name of this game, and it ain't necessarily just pimping, right? And a lot of you dudes be planting boyfriend seeds in these chicks, encouraging a lot of girlfriend type behavior from these chicks. And then, these chicks go out into the world, they leave you, and, they want some more of it, but they just so accustomed to all that boyfriend ass shit that you was feeding them over however long they was with you. Some chicks, man, they really, really come from you guys and they get with some pimping and they really, really, really want to mess with the pimp in the right way. And, they want to do everything they supposed to do with some real pimping. But you just done got them so addicted. It's like weaning a chick off. It's like, getting a chick off crack, messing with some of these chicks that come from y'all, man. It's like getting a chick off fentanyl or something, man. The way y'all be having them addicted to this boyfriend shit, man. The way y'all be having some of these chicks addicted to this boyfriend, girlfriend shit, man, you would swear that a pimp is trying to get this bitch off heroin, man. For real though, man. Because that spirit is strong, just like drugs. Just like any of the drugs that I mentioned, man. That boyfriend, girlfriend spirit, that shit is strong. And you got certain chicks, just like if you had a chick come to your pimping, man, and she like, man, I really want to mess with you, man, but I got this substance abuse problem. I'm willing to do whatever I got to do to fight it, but I know you don't accept that in your program, but I'm gonna fight it. And you fighting with her to get off these drugs, man, and it's a tough fight, man. It'd be the same way with that boyfriend girlfriend shit, man. You got certain chicks that come to the pimping, man. They leave one of you boyfriend ass dudes that been feeding her that spirit of boyfriend and girlfriend, and she come to the pimping and she like, look, man, I'm digging you. I'm digging your style. I know you got a whole lot of game and you got a whole lot of pimping with you, and I really want to rock with you and be down with you, but I'm just addicted to this boyfriend girlfriend shit. But I'm fighting it though. I'm trying to get it out of my system. I need your help pimping. If you just pimp on me accordingly, day by day, little by little, I just get this shit up out my system. But I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm on it bad. The other day, I was looking at your hand when we was walking through the mall, and I just wanted to I know my wifeys was right there. We all was walking together. We was, shopping and things like that. And I know, my wifeys, they don't even look at you like that, but I just seen your hand and I just wanted to just, in front of everybody, I want everybody to see us holding hands, but I just, I fought the urge, I was itching though, I don't know if you seen me when we was walking through the mall, I was like scratching a little bit because I just was itching to hold your hand, you know what I mean? Then the other day, we was at the restaurant, we all was having dinner together, man. I was just looking at your lips, daddy, and I just wanted to, lock lips with you, but I didn't want my wifeys to see, and, but part of me didn't care if they seen, I just wanted to lock lips with you, this boyfriend, girlfriend shit it got such a strong hold on me, I just don't know what to do at times, but I'm taking it day by day, one day at a time, one step at a time, Y'all really be creating junkies, man. Y'all be creating junkie boyfriend, girlfriend ass shit in these chicks in the game, man. And you don't even understand how you be doing it. You don't even understand how you be doing this shit. It's just in your nature, man. Just like you make it a part of her nature, man, it's in your nature too. And, y'all be the type of dudes that really feel some type of way when you get knocked by some pimping. You be ready to crash out and, delete everybody in the mix because you can't handle the fact that this chick is over there messing with this other individual in the game, man. I wish y'all would just leave this shit alone, but you're not gonna leave it alone. So, I gotta talk my shit though, and separate game from lame, so that you understand the difference between you saying that you some pimping and those of us that actually are some pimping and doing some pimping. A lot of y'all ain't it, man. You dudes that just be like, y'all hide behind the ideology of, pimping do what he want. This is true. Pimping does do what he wants, right? That's one thing all of us P's have in common, man. We do what we want. But what pimping want to do and what you guys want to do it's not the same thing, man. Y'all say pimping do what they want, but hey, listen, man. Pimping is not doing jumping jacks up and down inside the bra all day, every day, because that's what he want. That's not what pimping want to do. You know what I mean? Pimping is not going hard in the broad, but going soft on the broad. That's not what pimping want to do. I know that's what y'all want to do, but that's not what pimping want to do. You know what I mean? Like, we going hard on the broad first, and then occasionally, seasonally, like a holiday, we might go hard inside the broad. But more so every day, we going hard on the broad, right? This is why, chicks, they be so sensitive and they can't handle, getting pimped on because, pimping, we going hard every day. And, a 304 can handle that. 304 understand this come with the game. You know what I mean? Pimping going hard, you dig? But y'all dudes, you so used to going hard in the bra, and then when they leave you and come get with some pimping, they think the pimping is just gonna go hard in them all the time and go soft on them all the time. And that's, like I said, pimping does do what he want. But what we want to do versus what y'all want to do, hey, man, it's like night and day. It's not the same thing, man. So this is why chicks be going crazy, man. Y'all be putting a spirit in these chicks, man, that make chicks want to flatten your tires and go through your phone and all this old type of stuff. And then you doing the same thing. See, yeah, we got to really talk about this shit, man, because as I'm talking, man, this game is just dealing with me, man, and just, putting certain things on me to say. But yeah, man, what about you guys? See, like I said, pimping does do what he want to do. But what we want to do and what y'all want to do is not the same thing, man. Because some of y'all, man, you got chicks that done stayed down and they done pulled certain things out their ass for themselves, you know what I mean? They got They got their rewards. You know, some chicks, you done put them in a vehicle that they hold up for, and damn, the Instagram live ended, but YouTube we still rocking. But yeah, man, you got chicks that they done hold up for clothes and things like that. But when they leave you, and they might leave you respectfully, right? They make sure they hit your hand and make sure you got something respectable before they go out the door. But they just ready to go. You know what I mean? Y'all want to flatten tires. Y'all want to go through phones. You want to damage and destroy clothes, purses, and things that she done hold up for, man. You just can't imagine her leaving you with these things and going and getting with somebody else, man, and going hard for that individual, man, and staying down and being a blessing to the next individual. Some of y'all just can't handle it, man. You flattening tires and you stalking chicks, and you got what they call it, the air tag on the broad's phone, and you just you stalking her and following her everywhere, and she can't even do a date without you breathing down her neck, and she ain't paid you in weeks and months and all this other type of stuff, man. And man, like I said, man, pimping does do what he want to do, but what we want to do versus what y'all want to do, pimping don't want to do that. Yeah, we do what we want to do, but there's a lot of things that we don't want to do. We don't want to be boyfriends. So if you saying pimping do what he want to do, but the stuff that you want to do is boyfriend ass shit, that ain't pimping. That's not what we do. We don't even have a desire to do that shit. Listen, man. A chick has never made me upset to the point where I'm trying to flatten her tires or vandalize her crib or, destroy her clothes or her purses or her belongings, you know what I mean? Or make it difficult for her to go choose the next man. See, again, pimping do what he want, but what y'all want to do versus what we want to do, two totally different things. See, what pimping want to do, because again, pimping do what he want to do, right? What pimping want to do is when a chick want to leave and go choose up with the next man, what pimping want to do is make it as easy as possible for that chick. Pimping gonna make the process smooth. He not gonna make it hard for the chick to go choose up with the next individual that she want to be with. That's her right. That's her right as a 304 in the game to be with who she want to be with, hand it over to who she want to hand it over to, like who she want to like. That's her right. And a lot of y'all, man, y'all be denying these chicks they rights, man. You just be denying them, man, and that's not the game. That's not what pimping want to do. Pimping want 304s to be able to exercise all of their rights in the game. We gonna give them that liberty to do that, right? So, just me, the type of guy I am, I done helped so many 304s leave me, man. I done helped guide them because again, this is what pimping want to do. This is pimp desires. Not the desires that y'all be having talking about pimping do what he want. Nah, y'all some other shit doing what you want. But pimp desires. Pimping want a chick to be able to go, be down for whoever she want to be down for, man. Because I know I'm not perfect. And I know I'm not I understand all good things come to an end. Right? So because I understand that, and that's part of a pimp's love too, right? Like me, it's certain ladies that ain't handed it over to me in years, man, years and years. But I still love those chicks though. I love them for the times that we shared with each other. I love them for the things that we accomplished together. I love them for how we made the game look good together. I love them for their dedication and how they stayed down with me through ups, downs, and turnarounds. You know what I mean? They showed that they could stay solid under pressure. I love them for all of that, right? But also a part of my love for them is to see them happy, even if I'm not a part of that happiness, right? That's how pimp love work. I love this chick so much that I want her to be happy, even if I'm not a part of her happiness, right? As far as like her everyday happiness. But ultimately, I am a part of her happiness, right? Because when she go choose the next individual and she's being who she's supposed to be and what she's supposed to be to that individual, I taught her how to do that. So ultimately, I'm still, even though I'm not involved in her life, I'm still a part of her happiness because she's applying the game that was given to her by me, and she's displaying characteristics that was built up in her by me, and she's making me look good, herself look good, her new folks look good, and ultimately the game look good, right? So I'm still a part of her happiness, right? But you know what I mean? Like, that's how a pimp's love work. I love this chick so much that I want her to be happy, even if I'm not the individual making her happy every day, right? If she been good to me and, you know, we just don't see eye to eye no more, but it ain't no ill intentions. We don't have no bitter taste in our mouth towards each other. We just don't see eye to eye. We've grown in different directions or whatever the case may be. You know, that's how a pimp's love work. So that's gonna be reflected in a pimp's desires, right? But y'all who say a pimp do what he want to do, but the things that you want to do is not pimp shit. Hey, listen, man, we don't get bent out of shape by the broad choosing up with and paying somebody else, man. You know, y'all get in your feelings so tough, you be ready to crash out because this chick want to go get with some other pimping, man. Y'all just like, y'all be getting in the shootouts with the pimping. Y'all be trying to hurt the pimping, trying to delete the pimping, trying to delete the broad. You know what I mean? Y'all just, y'all disgusting. You know what I mean? You putting a bad taste in my mouth just talking about y'all and the type of shit that y'all do, man, and swearing up and down that you some pimping, man. Brother, you know what I mean? What is that? You know, brother, what is that, brother? That's not pimping, brother. You know what I mean? Like, for real though, man. Hey, listen, man. It's 145 of y'all in here, but only 136 of y'all done wiped your feet off at the door when you step to a pimp's domain. Please do me a favor. It's real simple, man. Just hit that button and look like that. Wipe your feet off at the door when you step into a pimp's domain. You hydrate my game one more time, man. Shit, hold on, excuse me. Excuse my pimping, y'all. I just had to respond to some messages. Let me do this one time. Preeminent game. Once again, good looking with the $10 holla. Speak on it. You know a pimp gonna do that. Black Warrior Spirit. Good looking with the $2 holla. You dig. Blessings, Mr. Freeze is it from Cali, Bay Area. Yeah, man. Black warrior spirit. You know, as always, I appreciate you. Dream Dolls Tarot. Good looking with the $5 holla. What's your contact information? Uh, on IG. Excuse me, let me hydrate my game one time. On IG, it's even my hello costs. Even underscore my underscore hello underscore costs underscore. That's how you find me on Instagram. And you can reach me on there. Okay. Lojo, you stupid. I got heat for niggas like you, cuz. The P. Yeah, man. You know, they not that's not the game, man. That ain't got nothing to do with this game though. You know? Lavish Macadosha say, is the rap god Flip still on the net, Freeze? I'm not sure who you talking about. Lavish, I'm not hip to, I can't think of who you talking about right now. Joe to see the P, forever my lady. Ooh, yeah, ass nigga. Hey, King Beers, that's what it is. You know what I mean? Forever my lady to P. You hit the nail right on the head, man. These dudes be forever my lady to P, man. You know, the pimping, that's not what the pimping want to do. I don't want nobody to be forever my lady. As much as I may love certain ladies and, like certain ladies and appreciate certain ladies, man, I know ain't nobody mine forever. That ain't how the game go. You dig? But I'm going to appreciate them and, be the best to them that I can be while we rocking. But ain't nobody forever my lady. But that's how y'all want it to be, though. You know what I mean? Forever my lady to P. Oh, you saying the rap god Flip, like how I flipped the song. I thought you was talking about an individual named Rap God Flip. My bad. I'm slow right now. Excuse my pimping. I'm trying to remember. Did I take that off of YouTube? Let me see. Oh, wait, hold on. Nah, you know what I think happened to that song, Lavish? I think YouTube took that shit off. I think that's what happened. Oh no. Why is it not showing up? Nah, it's still there, but I don't know. Hold on, that's what I'm gonna do. Hold on, Lavish, I got you right now. Give me just a second. Got you right now. Bam, there you go. Yeah, there you go. I don't know why, because I just tried to search it too, right? I just tried to search it on YouTube and it didn't pop up for me. But when I go to my YouTube studio, I found it there. I don't know why. Let me see if I type it like this. Hold on. Okay, it did pop up like that. If you put in Rap Devil Simp Diss Freeze, it pops up like that. I guess like if you just put in Rap Devil Simp Diss, it ain't gonna pop up like that. But if you put in Rap Devil Simp Diss Freeze, it showed up for me like that. Probably because it's so many people that posted Rap Devil. It's on there. It's on YouTube a million times, you know. So it gets lost in the shuffle. But when you put my name with it, it pops up like that. So there you go. Pearl says, "Are you done making music?" Nah, I ain't done making music. I just I've been moving real slow with it, and I do need to pick up the pace with it. But I'm not done making music though. Nah. Y'all funny as hell in these comments. Hold on. Hold up. Oh, CG says, that's what I was talking about the other night. It got to be typed in a certain way. Keeping it P with P, you a fool. Always and forever. Heat wave to P. Brother Umar J, blessings to the game and blessings to you, Freeze. Brother Umar J, appreciate you, man. But yeah, man, you know, like I said, man, you got a lot of dudes in the game that they hide behind that statement of pimping do what he want, and that is true. Pimping does do what he wants to do, but what pimping wants to do versus what you guys want to do is not the same thing. Y'all don't want to do what pimps want to do, and what you want to do is not what pimps want to do, right? It's not the same thing, man. You know, so you make it difficult. You make it difficult for young ladies that leave you and get with some actual pimping who's doing some actual pimping. You make it difficult for them to adapt to that type of program, you know. See, me, I make it easy. Like if a chick come from my household and she go get with you, hey man, you gonna be thanking me like once a month. You gonna be calling me periodically like, man, Freeze, I appreciate your pimping so much, man, because you really did your thing with this young lady, man, and you made it so smooth and beautiful for her to choose up with my pimping, man. Like that's how it's gonna be with somebody like myself, right? I'm gonna make it easy for her to adapt to your program. That's if you're actually doing some pimping. If she's leaving some pimping and going to some pimping, hey man, it's supposed to be smooth, right? That's just like if a chick leave somebody else's program that was doing some pimping and she come choose my program and I'm doing some pimping. Hey man, that shit's so beautiful. It's rare in today's times, you know, but it still goes on, man. Shout out to the individuals that's really still doing some pimping, man. Just like pimping by the book and being a type of person that the average person can't be, right? Like I say all the time, man, the best way to identify some pimping is by his nature and his ability to do what the average man can't do. And a lot of y'all be screaming pimping, but the stuff that you doing, the average man can do. I'm talking about the average man. You know, it's not to say that if you're not pimping that you average, because there's some guys that's not the pimping that are above average guys. I'm talking about just average guys, man. It's easy to be a lot of y'all. It's so easy to be a lot of y'all, man. I know it's not easy to be me, because I'm me every day. And for me, myself, for me, it's not easy to be me. So I know the next individual, they really gonna have a tough time being me. Right? But a lot of y'all, man, it's so easy to be y'all, man. You know, shout out to the pimps who is not easy to be. You know, I know quite a few pimps, man, that a lot of y'all couldn't be. A lot of y'all couldn't walk in their shoes. You couldn't even walk in something similar to their shoes, let alone their actual shoes, man. That's the beautiful thing about some pimping. You know, pimping ain't easy to be, but a lot of y'all is easy. ABC 1, 2, 3 to be y'all, right? It's easy to, when a chick want to leave your program and go choose up with somebody else, it's easy to, act crazy and make it hard for her to leave your program. It's easy to be a lover boy to the broad as opposed to being a leader, being a teacher, being an inspiration, protection, and so many other things, man. You know, it's easy to be a lover boy and get her sprung on your bedroom game as opposed to your pimp game, right? It's easy to be a lot of y'all, man. You know, sexy cannot pee. It's easy to be a lot of y'all, man, you know, but it's not easy to be some actual pimping, though, right? And, you know, like I said, the best way to identify some pimping is by his nature and his ability to be what the average individual can't be and do what the average individual can't do. You know, the average individual can't accept news. So a lot of y'all dudes is average. You know what I mean? It's easy to be y'all. It's easy to be the type of dude that can't accept a servant. You know, they want to cuss the pimping out and set trip on the pimping. Cause when I see you down on Wooty Whoop, Crip, Gangsta Crip, Neighborhood Crip, Compton Crip, Crippity Crip. Man, cuz when I see you, it's on. Or, you know, a lot of y'all be like that too. A lot of y'all just can't believe that the broad went and chose up with somebody. You be thinking that Pimpin kidnapped her or forced her, or nah, man, she didn't choose up with you, man. Nah, she didn't give you the money, man. Nah, she didn't say she want to be down with you, man. Nah, she didn't give you no fee. Nah, she didn't do this, she didn't do that. You just can't believe that the broad went and chose up with some pimping, man. You just so into yourself and so full of yourself. You just think you be having such good, intimacy in the bedroom with the broad. You know what I mean? You so sprung on her and think she's so sprung on you physically in the bedroom that you just can't imagine her having the desire to get pimped on by somebody else. So when you get the call, you just be in denial. Nah, man, nah, she didn't do that. She didn't give you the money, man. You lying, man. You know, the broad, nah, you kidnapped her. Oh, man, I can't forget about y'all because y'all out there too, man. You know, everybody don't just reject servings the same way. It's so many different ways the cats be rejecting servings, man. And that's one of them. One of them is in denial, you know what I mean? Then the other one is the set trip, you know. Then, you got dudes that just they be ducking the phone call. They not answering the phone. So because they didn't answer the phone and they didn't talk to you and they didn't hear you say, hey man, I got the bitch P, because they didn't hear you say that, technically the bra still belongs to them because they didn't get served. So if they see her, they got the right to do whatever they want to do because they didn't get served for her. But it's not that you didn't get served, you was ducking the serving so that you could still, say that this bra belonged to you, but Pimping is calling you, you know what I mean? Other different P partners of yours is letting you know, hey man, Pimping whoopty whoop, man. Hey, he got something to talk to you about, man. Call Pimping, man. Pimpin trying to get a hold of you, man. He been calling you, man. He been calling, he been texting, man. Like, he let me know because he know me and you as partners. He told me, hey, man, tell Pimpin to call me. And you ducking, you disregarding all of that, man. He trying to, he pull up to the pimp circle and you get in your car and smash off. Man, I swear some of y'all be ducking the pimping like the IRS, man. You be so elusive, man, getting away from this serving, man. Yeah, man. Y'all got so many different creative ways, man, to duck the news, man, because y'all just can't handle it, man. You can't handle the thought of this chick going and getting with somebody else. But you don't see the beauty in it though, man. It's such beauty in, man, I love it, like, because a lot of times when chicks get out on the pimping, man, they go so many different directions. Some of them go get a boyfriend. Some of them go get a girlfriend. Some of them go choose a dude that say he's some pimping, but he really your boyfriend. Some of them go choose a chick that say they some pimping, but it's a chick, right? I mean, some of them go choose up on Walmart. Some of them go choose up on welfare. Some of them go choose up on their mama's couch. It's so many different routes that a chick might go when she get out on some pimping, right? Because one way or the other, she just can't handle the pressure of being down for some pimping, man. She just taps out. But I love it. I love it when a 304 who come from me go choose up with some pimping, right? Because it lets me know that I did my job as far as, getting her, giving her the acquired taste of pimping. Pimping is an acquired taste for a woman. And if a woman leaves my pimping and go choose up with some other pimping, I know I did my job. She has that acquired taste for pimping. She don't want to go choose up with no trick. She don't want to go choose up with no boyfriend. She don't want to go choose up with no girlfriend. She don't want to go choose up with Macy's or whatever telemarketing job. She want to go choose up with some pimping, right? That made me feel good, man. Like, that's right. You know what I mean? This chick that I, really did my thing with, man, she went and chose up with some pimping and she going hard and, she paying the hell out of them. That made me feel good. That's how I know a lot of y'all are squares, man, to be having these bras, man, and call yourselves the pimping, right? See, the experiences in the game, man, that a lot of y'all don't like. Hey, man, pimping love that shit. I love when pimps sweat my 304, sweat my game, man. I love it, though. Y'all really hate that shit. Hey, P, that's my game, man. Hey, P, she spoken for, P. Hey, P, you sweating her a little too hard, P. Hey, man, you're a little too close up on the bro. Hey, man, every time she come outside, man, you won't leave her alone, man. Hey, P, you messing up my money, man. She can't even catch a date because you sweating her so hard, man. Y'all just don't like, y'all don't like what pimps like. I love it when pimps sweat my 304. I love it. Because it really shows me what she made of, man. I just love seeing a chick that is so into my pimping, when the next man is sweating her, hey, he don't even exist to her. She's staying what they call totally in pocket. She's staying in pocket, showing me that she don't want nothing but my pimping and that's it. I love seeing my people get sweated and stay in pocket. You know what I mean? Crossing the street, getting on the yellow line, man, like getting in a trick's car because, you know, pimping done sweated her to a date. I love that shit. You know what I mean? I love seeing my chick get away, stay in the pocket for me. That's what pimp's like. Boyfriends don't like nobody talking to their woman. Pimping like when everybody want to talk to their woman, but the woman don't want to talk to everybody because she only want to talk to my pimping. That's what pimping like. Y'all like that other shit, man. Like I said, man, pimping does what he wants. But what pimping want to do versus what y'all want to do, it's not the same thing, man. It ain't the same. It ain't the same. But like I said, man, I love all that shit, man. I love getting knocked. You know what I mean? Even though I ain't really been knocked except probably like one time. But it felt good, man, when Pimpin called me and let me know that he had the broad. I'm talking about a real servant, man. Not no dry shit. You know what I mean? You done moved the broad, but you didn't get no money. And I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about, man, the broad really went and socked it to his pocket, man. He called me and let me know that he had her. And that shit felt good getting knocked. Y'all probably think I'm crazy, man, saying this shit, man. All you square ass, hat box ass dudes, man, call yourselves the pimpin', man. That shit felt good getting knocked. Pimpin' calling me. Cause it's a respect thing. You know, cause pimps don't serve people that ain't pimps, man. So when a pimp got enough respect for your pimpin' to get on the phone and call you and let you know that he got the broad, hey man, that shit feel good. Especially when you young. You ain't even been in the game that long. Like me, when I got knocked and served, I didn't even have 6 months in the game. I was young in the game, man. So and the cat that knocked me was a veteran, deep. You know what I mean? He probably had like 15 bras over there, man, and was and the broad that he knocked me for, that was my only broad at the time. So for somebody like that to have enough respect for me to call me and let me know, hey, Freeze, man, I got the bitch. Man, that shit felt great. I was so fired up, I went and knocked another broad in less than 24 hours. I was fired up. I hurried up and went and knocked some more feet. Immediately. You know what I mean? I was fired up. Like, man, Pimp just called me and served me, man. You did? Yeah, man, I'm official. You know, I'm in the registry, man. My name is registered and certified and shit. Pimpin recognized me. He just say, little gangbanger ass dude, I ain't calling servant. Oh, boy, lover boy, I ain't calling servant. Square ass, you know what I mean? You know, I ain't calling. No, he was like, okay, let me call Pimpin and serve Pimpin. You know what I mean? That shit felt great. You know? Y'all don't know nothing about that, though. Because y'all don't like what pimps like because y'all not pimps. You know what I mean? I'm talking about shit that pimps like, the shit that make a pimp feel good. You know what I mean? Because like I say, man, pimping get greater with every hoe that blow. You know? Every 304 that done blew on me, man, I became better after that shit. So if I understand that pimping get greater with every 304 that blow, you know what I mean? It's not like I'm just trying to blow bras, but it's like when they do blow, I know that's going to make me greater. So, you know, I'm happy about it either way. I'm happy if they stay down, but I'm happy if they blow too, especially if they blow the right way and they go get with some pimping. Man, that shit feel great. Square ass dudes don't know nothing about this shit, man. For real though, man. Hey, listen, man. Okay, y'all got the viewers and the likes on one accord with each other. Actually, y'all got the likes over the viewers, but yet and still, I know some of y'all ain't wiped your feet off at the door when you stepped into a pimp's domain. Please do me a favor. Hit that like button, man. Let me hydrate my game one more time. And see, you know, I got to say that too. Hold on, let me hydrate my game. Shout out to the cats that I have knocked that took the news like a champ. You know what I mean? Because I've knocked certain individuals, man, and called and gave them the phone call, and they was happy about it too, man. And I didn't really think about it like that at the time, but as I look at it in retrospect, they probably had the same feeling that I had when I was young in the game and got knocked. Like, damn, man, I'm getting knocked by Freeze, some real pimping, a real veteran in the game, man, well respected. Like, this guy knocked me. This guy had enough respect for me to call me and give me the news and let me know that he got the broad. They was happy about that shit. And like I said, man, y'all square dudes, man, that call yourselves pimps. It's a whole lot of y'all, man. A lot of y'all, this really some pimping, man. Y'all be shaking hands with these dudes all the time. You know what I mean? But they gonna get bent out of shape if they get knocked for that broad. But pimping, though, hey, man, we love this shit, man. We love good, bad, and ugly, everything that come with this shit, man. That's what pimping like. The game. You dig? CG say, got served on that E14 for my first down and still got some more of it. Got some more of it the same week. But I ain't gonna lie, I did feel some type of way, but no animosity though. Yeah, and I get that. Sometimes some cats, especially a lot of cats when they get knocked for that first time and they fresh in the game, a lot of cats do feel some type of way. But this is a thing too. This is a thing that cushions the blow for certain individuals, right? Shout out to Too Deep, the Southern President, man, my loved one, my partner, man. Shout out to Too Deep, right? I just seen a clip. I didn't watch the whole interview, but I seen a clip of an interview that Too Deep did with Real Ho Talk, I believe is the name of their podcast, right? But Too Deep was talking about the first time he got knocked. And he said when Pimping served him, he went to shake his hand. And when he went to shake his hand, he put $400 in his hand and did like that, right? Because if I'm telling the story correctly, I believe that was Too Deep's only broad at the time, right? So some veteran Pimping had knocked him, Too Deep young, fresh in the game. And I believe he said this happened in Houston, but Pimpin knocked him, and when he shook his hand, he hit his hand with the little $400. That's pimp shit, man. And that's another thing too, man. See, I got to talk about it from both perspectives, both ends, right? It's a certain way that pimping serves the next man in the game, right? Now, the situation I'm talking about with Too Deep, that was some pimp shit. The guy served him and had enough love and respect for his pimping that he hit his hand and made sure he was straight, right? Didn't even ask him like, hey, P, do you need something, whatever the case, whoop-de-whoop. He just served the man and hit his hand with some money so that he could stay afloat, right? So that he could, live to pimp another day. A pimp is a gentleman in every way. Not only a gentleman when he's getting served, but a gentleman when he doing some serving, right? And a lot of y'all, man, y'all like to make a mockery of the pimping, like it makes him less of a pimp because he got knocked. And y'all try to like make fun of the pimping or make the pimping look bad when you serving him, and try to make him look like less of a pimp because he's getting knocked. That ain't the game, man. Pimping gonna show love. He gonna be a gentleman about this shit. That's why we say it's a gentleman's game, because pimping gonna be a gentleman through it all, and he gonna be a gentleman when he's serving somebody too. You dig? And see, when you do stuff like that, see, let me get into it, man. Let's get into it. Hey, man. Everybody do things the way they want to do it, but just me, I'm not a fan of serving pimping in front of the broad. Like if I knock a chick, that's just me. I ain't never done that. I ain't never served pimping in front of the broad that I just knocked them for. I don't do that. You know what I mean? Because this conversation is between me and pimping. She ain't got nothing to do with it. And a lot of y'all do that type of shit, but you don't understand the effect that it's gonna have on the broad, right? Especially when you doing it in a way. Just picture this, right? You just knocked this broad, and you about to serve pimping for the broad, and when you call to serve pimping, she's sitting right there listening to the whole conversation. Then a lot of y'all, you know what I mean, because the broad is sitting right there, you put on a performance. You know what I mean? You putting on a show. You know what I mean? You turning it into Barnum and Bailey. You turning it into Ringling Brothers when you do this serving, man. You got all kind of theatrics and acrobatics and, you know what I mean, all kind of special effects. You know, you just really trying to make this all kind of fireworks and shit. You know what I mean? You really trying to make this shit a spectacle in front of this broad. And you don't know what type of effect that's going to have on her. You know, it's going to make her feel like she bigger than you, bigger than him, bigger than the game, bigger than everything involved. You know what I mean? Because you making it seem like it's like such a big deal that you not pimping for her. And, you know, it's a beautiful thing that you did that, but, you know, you don't want to, you know, inflate her ego to a point where she just think like, wow, you know what I mean? And then when you doing it in that type of way, you and pimping don't let it be the type of thing where you and pimping get into it and y'all start having a heated exchange in front of this broad that you trying to provoke because you trying to show out for her. You know what I mean? You trying to provoke pimping, and next thing you know, y'all getting into it in front of the broad, and you know, some of y'all like to act tough in front of the broad. You want her to think you the most dangerous dude on planet Earth. You know, and you know, like I said, y'all don't understand how you impacting her. You know, that's not good for a 304. You know, that's not what you're supposed to feed her, right? And you know, the conversation between you and the pimping is none of her business, right? She played her part. She did what she's supposed to do. She came and handed it over to you respectfully. You know what I mean? She gave you, if you didn't have it already. Sometimes you have situations like that where she give you pimping's contact. You know what I mean? Otherwise, you know, a lot of times pimping will get in contact with the gentlemen themselves. You know, but one way or another, you gonna call that man, and that she done played her part. She done did what she's supposed to do. Okay, she's not gonna be there to witness that. That's just me, right? Because I don't want this chick thinking that, you know, she's bigger than me, bigger than the pimping, bigger than the game. Nah, man, we don't get down like that. Hold on just a second, man. Let me answer this call right quick. All right, excuse my pimping. Had to tend to some business. We right back at it. You dig? Okay. All right. Now, you know what I mean? See, I started off on one subject about it not being all about you being the ladies in the game. You know, it's not all about one particular lady. It's about us. It's about we. It's not about you. It's not about me. It's not about I. It's about us and we and our, right? But then, you know what I mean, the spirit of the game led me to talk about these, non-pimping ass guys that do a lot of hat box, you know what I mean, shit in the name of this pimping. And I had to separate game from lane concerning that. But I might have to do a whole nother video about, pimping do what he want, right? Because a lot of people hide behind that. They do a lot of square ass, unbecoming shit of a pimp, and they say pimping do what he want. And a lot of people go for that shit, man. But a lot of people don't understand this game either. And that's what I'm here for, man. I'm here to separate game from lame and give you, as simple to people say, an outstanding understanding of this shit, right? So yeah, man, I might have to do a whole separate video on pimping do what he want. I just touched on a lot of it right now, though. So we're going to end up wrapping this thing up in a minute. But before we do, I'm going to go ahead and read some of these comments, respond. If you got questions and things like that, you go ahead and put it in the chat. But yeah. Okay, y'all want me to do that video, huh? Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that video, man, for sure. For sure. I'm out here in this Chicago. It's tracks out there. You talking about in Chicago? Hell yeah. Yeah. For sure. Right, no little eyes and no big eyes and little U's. It's about us. Oh, you asking if it's tracks in Columbus? It used to be for real. Wait, it used to be for real. I ain't seen no tracks out here in 3 years. Well, out west, it's a track. Pearl said, yes, that'll be dope. Have a nice evening, King. Thank you, Pearl. You have a nice evening yourself. Appreciate you. Oh yeah, I picked it up now. Keeping it P with P. I picked it up now. What you was asking? Yeah, I was about to say. I know you know it's tracks in Chicago. Shit. Exposing the Truth says, any thoughts on Tyrese going to jail and having to pay $100K to get out? It's unfortunate, man. I know guys get in certain situations and they don't agree to the terms of the situations that they get in. But unfortunately, sometimes you got to play the game. And, it's unfortunate that Tyrese, that they snatched him up behind that shit. But I know how he feel. Like he probably don't want to break off that child support like that, especially if he's being a father and he's providing for the child as it is. Then he gotta pay all this money to the woman. You know what I mean? I get it. I get it. You know what I mean? He ain't trying to do he probably feel like a trick. He probably feel like a high price trick doing that shit, man. So I can't be mad at him. Yeah, but like I said, when you get wrapped up in certain situations, you gotta play the game in order to maintain your freedom. Because at the end of the day, you gotta be free to do your thing. It's when you got it going on like Tyrese, you done been in Transformers and Fast and Furious and all these big movies, and you've accomplished so much in life, man. You want to be out. You want to be free. You don't want to be in nobody's jail, especially if you ain't got to. So uh, I know he probably feel like he shouldn't have to pay child support, but hey, man, you know that's how the ball bounce sometimes, and you got to be, when you have so much to lose like him, you got to be wise about who you impregnate, man. You know, but that's a whole another deeper conversation as far as like who you plant your seeds in. Right? I could go on and on about that, but uh, again, it's unfortunate. But hopefully he just keep up with the child support payments, man, so he can stay out that thing. Right, it's child support 20K a month. I get it. He don't want to pay that shit. But in order to maintain his freedom, he gonna have to pay that shit. And then look how it turns out. Like they got you either way it goes, right? Um, you in your mind like, man, I ain't paying that shit. Then they snatch you up and sit you down in the place where you don't want to be. It's like, in order to get out, you got to pay that shit. So he could have avoided the jail time and everything that comes with it as somebody with his status. It's all over the internet. It's all over the news now. Tyrese goes to jail for not paying child support. You gonna have to you got to bite the bullet either way. So you might as well, get that shit out the way from the gate, so that you don't have to deal with it later on in an ugly way like how he had to deal with it just now. Me myself, I'd rather just get that shit out the way from the gate. Excuse my pimping, man. I had to handle some spur of the moment business. You dig? But we right back at it though. I love this shit, man. I love the game, man. You dig? uh, Fun Facts Podcast, you a fool. Freeze was looking like he got to play hairstylist and comb some heads. Nah, I was looking like, what the hell is going on? But nah, I just had to handle something real quick. But it was a good thing though. You know what I mean? It was like a little abrupt little thing that took place, but it was a beautiful thing though. You know what I mean? It was a beautiful thing. Freeze, what you know about this Gold Coast area in Chicago? Hey man, the Gold Coast, give it up, man. Gold Coast will be beautiful, man. I love that Gold Coast area, man. I done checked it in that Gold Coast area. You know what I mean? Yeah. Over there off of that division. Rush Street. The Viagra Triangle and all that stuff, man. Yeah, I know about that Gold Coast. You did. That Gold Coast, give it up, man, when you got some good game around there and you know what you're doing. Preeminent game, good looking with the $10 holla. When doors open, blessings come through, man. You are, hey, see, preeminent game, you already know, man. Yeah, man, the doors opened one time and some beautiful things came through, man. You know, some blessings and everything like that. So, yeah, man. Yeah. It's real. In case you didn't know, man, it's real. You did? Sir Floyd Entertainment says, excuse my pimping. Do you mind touching base on the importance of avoiding the rat race and some of the ways we avoid the rat race? See, I'm curious to know what you mean by a rat race, but I'll just speak generally, right? You know, you can avoid the rat race when you have your own independent mind and you don't get wrapped up in what everybody else is doing and you don't allow yourself to be fazed by everything that's going on around you, right? Me, I don't get caught up in rat races. A lot of times, you know, when everybody is moving in one direction, you know, I like to sit back and observe and pay attention to what's going on and understand what makes the most sense for me to do and what makes the most sense for me to not do, right? And, you know, a lot of people that get caught up in rat races, right? They see only the pros of getting it, and that's why they get involved in the rat race. They see what they stand to gain. But a lot of people who get caught up in the rat race, they don't have foresight and they don't think about what they stand to lose. They don't weigh out pros and cons. You know, something just looks good and they get caught up in it, wrapped up in it, and next thing you know, they're part of the rat race. Me, myself, I do what makes sense first. And I don't do what doesn't make sense first. So, yeah, that's just me though. Fun Facts Podcast says, Freeze, when you going to put Raw Talk or P Wine on the show with you? You know, Raw Talk, I ain't got no problem whenever he's ready. P Wine, I don't know if P Wine wishes to be on YouTube like that. But if P Wine does end up being on YouTube or endeavoring to be on YouTube, uh, I'm with it. We could do something whenever he want to. Same thing with Raw Talk. I know Raw Talk is, getting things together. Last I knew, getting all his ducks in a row so that he can do his YouTube thing the way he wants to do it. But whenever he want to collab, I'm with it. Oh, Sir Floyd says that's exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, cause like it's just like the dope game, right? Um, Anybody who's old enough to remember the the rock cocaine epidemic did hit, the ghettos of America, the black communities in America mainly, right? Um, a lot of people only saw the pros in it. Cats that became the dope man, they seen an opportunity to make a whole lot of money and they jumped in, right? Now that was a rat race that was just so detrimental to our community, and almost none of us had the foresight to see it, right? Especially people that were young adults at that time. Um, they just seen an opportunity to make a whole lot of money and they jumped in, right? But they didn't understand how the game was rigged, first of all. It was rigged for the majority of us to either be deleted or, put behind bars for the rest of our lives or for a major chunk of our lives, right? That, and then also how we were destroying our own people by getting them hooked on this and keeping them hooked on this, to their detriment, but their detriment was ultimately our detriment as a people, right? So, man, that shit did so much damage to our community. But that's a prime example of people getting caught up in the rat race and not thinking about anything but what they stand to gain, right? So it's a lot to be learned from that whole era. It's so much to be learned from that. That's like a major cautionary tale, man. And I was a little boy when this stuff was going on, and there's so many things that I've seen, the ups and downs. Uh, I learned a lot from it, from what I seen firsthand going on with my family, my community. Yeah, man. So, but no, that's a prime example of a rat race that, if you have the foresight to look at things like, okay, what's the pros of this, but what are the cons of this, right? And it's unfortunate because, especially early on, like in the early days of the rock game, 83, I think is when it took off in LA or California period. Then 84, by 85, it was everywhere. By 1985, rock cocaine was all over the country. Every ghetto, every black community had that shit in a community, right? So it was early, so there was no point of reference as to, what's the long-term effects of this, right? Because we had never experienced anything like that. So, people thinking of it like, oh, it's just a guilty pleasure that we providing, right? But we had never seen crack babies. We had never seen mothers that go from being, working class women taking care of their family to now they strung out. They not taking care of themselves, teeth falling out, selling their babies diapers, things like that, breaking into houses, breaking into cars, stealing stereo. Like nobody could predict that because again, there was no point of reference to that. There was nothing that ever hit our community like that. So it was just unfortunate. But, yeah, but like that's just an example of, like I said, when you got the foresight, man, you know, you look at things like, okay, I know what I can gain, but what do I stand to lose, right? I know what I can build, but what am I destroying? Am I destroying anything in the process of building, right? So, King Beer says, my uncle Didi went to jail. He got caught. He got caught up with 100 keys of Coca-Cola the year I was born. I talked to him twice about this game and the drug game. He told me to never sell dope. Yeah, I feel you on that, King Beers. I don't know how old you are. From what you're saying, it sounds like you at least a little bit younger than me. But see, like, I remember being a little kid, and I talked about this before, right? But I remember being a little kid, and my uncles sold dope. My mom got 9 brothers, right? And out of the 9 brothers that my mother had, her 4 youngest, the 4 youngest brothers got in the dope game in the 80s, right? So I remember kind of seeing the rise and the fall, right? I remember when I was a little boy, my uncles was having money, they was having jewelry, they was having cars, women, they was living, the flashy lifestyle. They was having it their way, right? And I seen them go from that to being in and out of prison all the time. I seen them go from that to, getting high on their own supply. And, as opposed to being a dope man, they the dope fiend now. I seen all of that, right? And the most vivid indication to me as a little boy that it was bad was, when it went from, Unc being able to buy the whole neighborhood something off the ice cream truck, right? All the kids on the street come out, Unc buying, all the kids, telling the kids, get whatever you want off the ice cream truck. You know what I mean? It going from that, and mind you, when Unc is doing this, he got big jewelry on, rings on every finger. He getting out of a fly ass car. He well groomed, smelling good, looking good. Buying every kid on the street something off the ice cream truck. And it goes from that to Unc ain't shaved, Unc hair nappy, he need a haircut, he ain't taking care of himself, clothes dirty, he ain't took a bath in a few days, he funky, then the ice cream truck pull up and it's like, Unc, man, can you get me something off the truck? Oh, nephew, I ain't got it right now, but check with me later on today, man, I might have it for you then. Later on today, he still ain't got it. Tomorrow, he still ain't got it. And it's just down. So like, as a little boy, I never forgot that. And when I became old enough to the point where, I'm 15, 16, I got homeboys that's selling dope. I never forgot that. I never forgot how my uncles went from balling to being dope fiends, in and out of prison. I never forgot that shit. You know what I mean? So like, when I became of age to where I had homeboys that was selling dope, I was like, man, hell no. You know what I mean? From an early age, I seen it. You know what I mean? I'll never forget one time I was with my cousin, right? Me and my cousin, we the same age. He a few months older than me, but we the same age, right? And he was we were both 16 years old at the time. I'll never forget. And he came with me to hang out with one of my homeboys, right? And my homeboy, he's 16 as well. We all 16 years old. And my homeboy had an uncle that was the man in that neighborhood, right? So he was selling dope for his uncle. And we would go with him to make plays, you know what I mean? He busting moves, he's serving people, he doing his thing, right? I'll never forget, we went to this little raggedy ass motel, and it was some dope fiends in there that owed some money to his uncle. You know what I mean? And Unc had told his nephew, which is my homeboy, he like, man, hey, get these people out the way, man. Delete these. They ain't trying to give me my money. Delete their ass. You know what I mean? And my homeboy, he getting ready to do it. Then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you know what I mean? They got the money. You know what I mean? Right when it come down to him getting ready to delete their ass, they got the money. And I just remember thinking like, man, that ain't for me. Hold on a second, excuse me. All right. But back to the story, like I was saying, man, my homeboy, he did all that stuff, right? And he was having money. At 16, he got like thousands of dollars, you know what I mean? And me and my cousin, we hanging out with him and shit, and we all young and, we in high school and, the homie, he got all this bread selling dope. And, what I mean? He was trying to put me and my cousin on. And me and my cousin, it wasn't even a question. It wasn't even a discussion. It wasn't no thinking about it. We both was just like, nah, we cool. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't a thing where I was thinking about doing it. I was on the fence, but my cousin wasn't, or, my cousin was on the fence about it, but I wasn't. We both unanimously was both at the same time like, nah, I'm cool. But it's because, this my cousin, like his father and my mother are twins. So, and we the same age. So we grew up seeing the same shit. You know what I mean? Just the story that I told y'all about what I seen when I was little. You know what I mean? His dad was one of my uncles that was, going through that shit. So he's seen it even more close and personal than me because these are my uncles, but one of them is his dad. So he watching his dad go through all this shit. You know what I mean? So we both kind of understood the same thing. We had the same point of reference and we both had the same thoughts on it and was like, nah, ain't no dope game for us. You dig? So, but yeah, I never was interested in that because I seen the rise and fall of it early. King Beer said that dope game effed up a lot of lives they got used to having it their way as hustlers, but they ain't have the vision to see the outcome of that life. And as users, man, it was a lot worse. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then, it's just so crazy because even for the dope, the guys that was the man back then, man, like in LA County, man, it was so many people having it their way, having so much money back, like touching so much money back then, right? And when you narrow it down, like out of all of those guys, today, ones that still having it their way, man, it ain't that many. It was a bunch of guys having it their way back then, but fast forward to today, a lot of them are unalived, and if they not unalived, they still in prison, and they've been in prison 30, 40 years now. And if they not in prison and been in prison 30, 40 years, they out on the street and they like trying to pick up the pieces of their life. It's just, man, that lifestyle wasn't it, man. And it was messed up because so many of us got bamboozled in that shit, man. But it is what it is, man. But yeah, man, we're going to go ahead and wrap this thing on up. Rehydrate my game one more time before we get up out of here. This was a good live, man. I had a lot of fun with y'all tonight. The only issue I have with this live is how this shit been glitching, man. Excuse me for the technical difficulties. I appreciate y'all bearing with me in spite of the technical difficulties. You know what I mean? Sitting up here chopping this game with the pimping. I appreciate y'all. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all for tuning in and tapping in with a pimp. If you have not wiped your feet off at the door before you stepped into a pimp's domain, please do me a favor and wipe your feet off at the door on your way out of a pimp's domain. I appreciate y'all for getting the likes over 200 before we get up out of here. And yeah, man, I appreciate you for all the comments, questions, input, feedback, jokes, all that good stuff. I appreciate you for sharing this video. I appreciate you for subscribing and hitting the bell when you subscribe. I appreciate all the super chats, cash apps, PayPals. I appreciate your support in every which way that you comes with it, man. Y'all already know who it is and what it is. Freeze is it. If you out in traffic moving around, please do so in a safe fashion. And of course, as always, long live the incomparable Sinful to P. We out.